Okay, so while playing last Epoch, I have had a lot of folks ask me about my build because they thought it looked interesting, so I'm going to do this just so I have something to point them to going forward and show them what it is. So first off, the strength of the build is basically you have just overwhelming amounts of friends, but it is not a standard Beastmaster build or Necromancer with an undead army or anything like that. It's more like a Mother Nature is pissed. Now, how to make the character? The good thing, it doesn't require any unique gear. There's unique gear that makes it better, but it doesn't require any of that. I started as a primalist. I did these traits that you see here. There may be better ones, but these work just fine. While I was leveling, I was using Stormcrows a lot. They have a skill that you can get that is called Goodberry that makes it to where they will automatically, it's over here, Goodberry, they will automatically give you or an injured ally, like your minions, an instant heal the microsecond that you're injured. So I had this whole area filled in for the birds while I was leveling. Anytime I took a big hit, my health would just snap back to full with a 10-second cooldown faster than I could even react. Birds are great while leveling. As we leveled up, I slowly, went to Beastmaster. Even though we're going to be using a lot of Druid and Beastmaster in this build, the passive bonuses for Beastmaster were better. So I went Beastmaster first. I did this that you can see here on the tree. While leveling, I used a lot of Summon Scorpion with the, let me see if I can find it here, the Maternal Instinct, which gives baby scorpions. So you can have 4 scorpions for the price of 1. So I used that a whole lot, and that was way more poison as well, shredded through bosses. Got up to this point, got Druid, and 5 points in Druid gets you Spriggan Form, which is extremely powerful. Spriggan Form, on this skill, you want to first go up here to Ranged Vines, and then over here to Big Vine, and at least 1 point in Garden of Rage. 1 point in Garden of Rage makes it to where when your vines attack things, they generate rage, and that will allow you to stay in this form forever as long as you are in combat. So that made it just really, really comfy. The only reason my rage is regenerating out of combat right now is because of a unique item. It's not required for this build, don't worry about it. Other notable things that I ended up picking up over time was 3 points in this trait makes your Spriggan Form faster. You cannot use your normal movement skills while you're in Spriggan Form, so this is great. 5 points in this gives you and all your minions a chance to inflict Frostbite. Frostbite is a dot, just like burning or poison. Having all of your minions to really make that clear, I can summon 6 big vines, and each vine fires a burst of 3 poison barbs. That's 18 attacks per volley, and all of them have a 40% chance of applying Frostbite with 5 points in this. So that's tons of poison, tons of Frostbite, both going out. It's really, really nice. The next major thing in this is down here, this section you see filled in here. This makes it to where the healing totems that you summon from the Spriggan will summon in little batches. They all will cast heals on anyone who needs it. This is a ton of incoming healing in combat, but I don't have lifesteal. It's just those things are crunching away constantly. But those traits that I just pointed out will make them also count as spike totems. So this tree here for the spike totem, you notice I don't even have spike totem on my bar. It is not a skill that I am using, but the healing totems inherit everything from this entire tree. So by having that, anytime I drop the batch of 4 healing totems, they're all firing poison darts and doing lots of damage as well. So these are the traits I'm using on here. It's basically poison and damage. There's nothing really crazy here, but it's coming from the healing totem for free. So Saber-Tooth Tiger, it's just a damage dealer. These are all just damage dealing things. Bleed, more flurry swipes, dot damage. It's just damage. You could put a Scorpion there if you preferred it, or something else. The Wolves are basically just off tanks and damage. You could swap them out for Stormcrows if you wanted. When I got to the point where I had the healing totems, I felt like the Stormcrow Goodberries were no longer needed for how I was playing, so I swapped them out for the Wolves. Summon Spriggan is really nice because of this section here. It's basically auras. I got this just because it was 1 point, and this just because it was 2 points, roots and vines. But the auras, while it's on screen, it's giving you massive regeneration, your pets 4 times that massive regeneration, a lot of dodge for you and all your minions, spell power for you and all your minions, and 72% crit avoidance for you and all your minions. That means if you can get 28% more crit avoidance somewhere else, you're immune to being crit. you and your minions are immune to being crit if you can just get 28% more on top of that. And so I bring him, you know, for the auras. And that's it. That's how I'm playing. And none of that requires any gear at all. Now, I'm just getting into endgame. I'm starting to get some nice gear. Some things to keep a lookout for are charms, or sorry, idols, wrong game. Idols like this with minions have a chance to bleed on hit. Or, you know, minions have a chance to do more damage or more dot damage, or anything like that. Like, this is huge. 25% chance to minion bleed on hit. Again, the vines alone are doing 18 attacks per second. That's not even counting the wolves and the saber-tooth tiger and the spriggan and stuff like that. So anything that's minions get a chance to do something dot related, it really piles on. When I'm fighting a boss, I often have over 100 dots on them. There will be a massive stack of bleeding and frostbite and poison on them, and also a bit of slow. The wolf, just 1 point right here in wolf will give you some slow on bosses and stuff too. I think that's everything. You know, this build has not been fine-tuned in a calculator by Zizaran or anything like that. This is just how I've been playing, and I've gotten a lot of questions about it, and it works really, really freaking well. I'm all the way into endgame right now. I'm just starting to work on making sure to maximize my resistances and stuff like that. Still working on that. But yeah, everything I just said can be done in the leveling process with no specific gear or unique items whatsoever. That's it. Hopefully someone has fun with it.